June 11th, 2021. The most recent COVID lockdown has eased. We hopped in our camper van, the Rania, to make a trip to visit family near Ottawa, but also to check out some boondocking sites on our way home. Ottawa's about a 4-hour drive or 400 kilometers from where we live, but we had other things in mind than to just drive direct. We aimed to take in some secondary and even smaller roads and enjoy the journey rather than just the destination. Our first stop was at Long Sault Conservation Area. It's a day-use park with many hiking, biking, and for winter ski trails. Very interesting layout here. The trails are marked for the direction of travel. Hikers go one way, bikers and skiers go the other way on the same trails. I guess so you'll always see each other coming. The trails were lush and green, and it would have been perfect but for our ever-present and voracious mosquitoes. Hike over, we headed back towards Highway 7, which is the main east-west non-superhighway between Toronto and Ottawa. And we stopped for lunch in Havelock, a favorite lunch stop of ours. We would normally go and have a bite to eat in one of the restaurants in the old railway station. This time we enjoyed our own pre-prepared lunch and then headed out. Shortly thereafter, we almost had a minor incident. In the rain, almost ran into this little fawn. Fortunately, we didn't, and we hope all those vehicles behind us didn't either. Being back among family was a joy, even though we were physically distanced. Not only did we have some nice food and drinks, we also had a tour of my nephew's self-converted minivan that he uses when he's working at remote sites. We mooched up there for 2 nights, and it was back on the road. Our goal for the trip home was to stop and check out 3 or 4 potential boondocking sites. First stop is the village of Merrickville. Merrickville's a beautiful small village on the Rideau Canal. There are 3 locks that pass right under the road we entered on. We parked in the parking lot by the locks, wandered around a little bit, didn't get to look at the arts and crafts and enjoy the restaurants and pubs because of COVID, but we enjoyed looking around the historic area. Lots of hiking, boating around here as well. And the fairgrounds are where we were headed after this. Now, while we were gone, we had some visitors. Obviously curious about our camper van, took a walk around it, had a lot of looks in the windshield, didn't notice the dash cam. Now, a short little trip down the road. We weren't going this fast. This is just speeded up to show how short a trip this is to get from one end to the other of this village. We're now at the fairgrounds in the community center. As we drive around, we will pass a beautiful little rustic library on the right, and then a small beach. There's the library, and there's the beach parking. An older Road Trek 190. Beautiful reflections in this part of the river. The canal here is just tends to be around locks rather than the full separate canal, so it's just the non-navigable parts of the Rideau River. Now here we go, and this along here is where the boondocking sites were reputed to be. All the way along the verge on the right here, there are some spots with picnic tables, and it looks like a great place to go. We then headed out of the village. This is the main street, which is called St. Lawrence, and that's about as long as it is. At the 4-way stop sign here, we decided not to interfere with the parade of motorbikes that came through. Then it was out of town and on our way. The motorcycles led us all the way, the 20 minutes or so, to Smiths Falls, our next stop. Smiths Falls is about 3 times the size of Merrickville and is also on the Rideau Canal, Rideau River system. It's a beautiful small town, and our destination here was Lower Reach Park. Now, Lower Reach Park is a public park, and these are the boondocking sites here right on Lower Reach, which is part of the Rideau River. We had a lovely walk around here. There are no camping signs, so it looks like this might be a good place to stop. In a town that has, photographers, theaters, museums, galleries, festivals, a lovely location to stay. Another 20 minutes down the road, but a switch in rivers. We're now just crossing the River Tay and turning left into Last Duel Park in Perth, Ontario. Park is named for the last fatal duel that was held in Upper Canada being what is now more or less province of Ontario. This area, there is a small but nice parking lot, some beautiful docks across, boat ramp, great area for kayaking, canoeing, and there are showers and washrooms here, not open when we were there. Perth is known for its golfers too. There's a golf course there called Links O'Tay, and it's apparently the oldest Canadian continuously operating golf course.
Morning. Hi.
And it's another town on our list to explore when we get to have some more time, because it's very, very pretty here. We were back on Highway 7 westbound for about half an hour to get to Sharbot Lake, which is our penultimate boondocking site search place. Sharbot Lake is very small. For us, it was a great place to stop because gas was 15 cents a litre cheaper than anywhere else we'd seen. Now down here, this is where they were talking about the boondocking site by a boat ramp, which is not the municipal boat ramp. It's by the Railway Heritage Park, which might be a little noisy at times because there's a trail there with ATVs running backwards and forth. But the Railway Heritage exhibit was really nice to see.
So,
Our final site search was in the small town of Marmora. We've stopped here in this parking lot at the Memorial Park many times. It has almost always been empty, but it certainly has been redeveloped since the last time we were here. And as we walk along to where we thought the boat ramp was, that was indicated as the boondocking site, it didn't look very promising. The only place we could see that might have been a spot is right here at the side of this dirt road. We've since come to realize that we were in the wrong place. And certainly there were many no parking signs around here too. So this one was a bust for us, but we'll try again later. We did enjoy that little walk around though, and it's another very, very pretty city. Well, we had a great trip. It was lovely to get the spider webs out of our heads, get on the road a bit, exercise Durania, and prepare for what we hope will give us a lot more traveling during this summer. Our next video, we hope, will be from the road.